And y'all know we was up there on the hill talking about First Amendment, and I know people are marching in the streets about gun control, but they don't have the right to use their First Amendment right to infringe upon our Second Amendment rights. And if the left want to talk about something, how about talking about the Democratic Party? Well, I got this. And how they wanted to not end slavery, but keep slavery. And it was the NRA that helped our ancestors to protect themselves from the Democratic Party.
BAFFLEGAB, 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 definition, incomprehensible or pretentious language, especially bureaucratic jargon.
All right, folks, welcome to another edition of BAFFLEGAB. I am your host on the liberal side of the spectrum, Lenny Thompson.
I'm Bill Morgan.
That's right, the fascist all-right side of the political spectrum.
No, the voice of the right. I am the right. I don't know what all them caveats we were just saying out there, Lenny. I am the right.
Okay. Well, look.
Now, that beautiful voice that you just heard was Diamond and Silk. Now, generally, if I wanted to be yelled at by a black woman, I would call my wife, and then she would say something like, Bill, why didn't you do the dishes? You said you're going to do the dishes, and your boot done tracked shit all through the house. Get General Lee out of here. And I said, that's not my dog, General Lee, tracking shit. Those from my back of my boot, because I got my boot done stuck in the toilet, because the plunger got stuck, and now I got poop all throughout the house. Now, can't I just have a beer, goddammit, and sit down and watch Duck Dynasty without you having to be up my ass all the time?
Poop dragged around the house, a perfect metaphor for the NRA Convention being held in Dallas this weekend. You just heard there, Diamond and Silk, talking about the protests and the uproar.
Oh, that protest done pissed me off.
Oh, okay, yes.
They were blocking all the good entrances. I almost had to hit some people with my truck. Now they were at some of the best bars down there in Dallas.
Great
It was
joke.
a pain in my ass.
Great joke for NRA supporter. Yes,
thank you,
I
man.
might have had to do violence upon those young children.
Well, hey, it would have been the car's fault, huh? We would have
yes.
had to ban the car if I'd have done that. What about my truck?
A car is just a tool, people. Cars don't kill people. People kill people. Just saying.
Lenny, I didn't ever think that we would agree so fast on a podcast. Yeah, sir, I'm having a little rough language, but I'm not here to be PC. I'm taking the PC out of podcast. Lenny, there's a PC in podcast, right?
I believe there are a P and a C, at least.
All right, I just don't want to
one
sound
of
dumb
each.
on the thing.
Nope, not sounding dumb for that reason. Other reasons, we'll see how it plays out. But as you can hear, Ralph is not here in the studio. And that's...
He quit last episode. He cries like a little bitch at the end of episode 19. Go back, listen to it, call up your friends, have them listen to it. It is hilarious to hear him wailing and gnashing teeth for Paul Ryan or whatever it was.
For those who don't know, Ralph Wheelsworth, his idol is Paul Ryan. He has a poster of Paul Ryan from that photo shoot that he did in 2012 when he was working out, pumping iron in the house gym. He has that hanging over his bed. Every night he sees that. And to see Paul Ryan...
It's a little homo. I just want to tell... I think I've said that to him before.
All right.
I don't know what you're...
I know it's not a PC podcast, but we're not there yet.
We are not big on a PC. I ain't holding nothing back.
But you wanted to...
You better turn it off and listen to Crapo Trap House down here. You're going to hear things like that. Why don't you go listen to The Dailier?
Yeah, why don't you go listen to Pod Save America? Pod Save America. No. Pod Damn America. That's what I say. Anyway... Ralph left the show to spend more time with his children, taking after his hero, Paul Ryan. Yes, that's what Bill says. I don't say that. So now I'm stuck with, instead of a milquetoast, big business conservative, a proto-fascist.
The hell are you talking about? A voice of the forgotten man.
A southern man.
I have been forgotten, and now I'm back, baby. You ain't gonna forget me now.
He's a southern man who believes what southern men believe.
Now, I couldn't have said it better myself.
You said that before. Now, the NRA Convention.
Now, so you see, like the lift, Lenny, you have your gay sex orgy that you have out in the desert called Burning Man?
I guess so.
Well, this is Shooting Man.
Okay.
Now, Shooting Man is our own little convention that we have every year. And now Daddy was there, Wayne LaPierre, and then our other daddy, Donald Trump, he was there. We had all of the hits, you could say, were happening there.
I think we have a clip of
all the hits
Daddy
and
Trump.
no misses, because our aim is that good at the NRA Convention.
Your Second Amendment rights are under siege, but they will never, ever be under siege as long as I'm your president.
Now, his voice just brings a smile to my face. Now, Lenny, here's a challenge for you.
Okay.
Why don't you find me some clip of Barack Obama speaking at some Hollywood liberal gay law where he says a similar thing?
Of a similar thing, just in
That says he
general?
ain't gonna be under siege during my presidency. I don't think you're gonna ever find a clip like that because Barack Obama never had the balls that Donald Trump had. Donald Trump has just big, beautiful balls.
Brett, we told you when the on-air sign.
Brett Truly, by the way, this is my boy Brett. Now, as you may remember from a
Oh, sorry.
previous podcast, he was a helper in one of my previous podcasts.
Sorry. Somebody's in your parking lot, Bill.
Someone's in my parking lot.
You mean the parking space, like the podcast co-host?
It better not be one of them protesters.
Parking space? Wow. Okay. Well, let's call it the towing company. I don't know.
They call the towing company. Oh, damn it! I'm gonna find it.
Well, anyway, folks, isn't Trump dumb? What a big dummy! All he does is just install the office.
Penny.
Ralph,
That's right.
you're back.
Now, this isn't going to be one of those Pod Save America podcasts where we're doing a whole episode about how dumb Trump is. It's time to get serious.
All right.
That's right, I'm back. So
Why are you back? You left during the last episode.
Yes, I did.
Spend more time with your children. I remember the whole thing. We made Bill the new co-host and made my life a personal hell because of it.
That's right. Well, it turns out that my children do not like me. My family is not as Rockwellian as I would have thought. A Norman Rockwell painting, my life is not. My wife suggested I get out of the house. And I got a phone call from the BAFFLE Network who told me that I'm contractually obligated to do 20 more episodes or I will owe them a large sum of money. So instead of owing them money, I've decided to suck it up and come back to BAFFLEGAB.
Even though you had no good reason to leave in the first place.
They said the NRA was dead to rights, but they were dead wrong. The left had taken their best shot against the NRA, but they missed. They were ready to carve the NRA's tombstone as soon as they finished making all the tombstones for all the people that are killed by people who just happen to have guns. A doctor was ready to sign the death certificate and put cause of death, murder by the left. But then the mortified corpse of the NRA sprung back to life in Dallas, Texas. This weekend, the voice of that corpse, Wayne LaPierre, took the stage and he returned fire verbally
Okay, how
to
many
the left.
how many gun idioms can we get in this little intro here?
The town wasn't big enough for the two of them, and the good guys with the guns at the NRA have won.
Yes, finally, those good guys at the NRA. What a jerk-off fest this whole thing is. You got
Lenny
Dana
again.
Latch, you got Sheriff Wesley Clark, you got Diamond and Silk, you probably got fucking Dennis Miller in there.
All right, come on, Lenny. My wife is listening to this episode, but
All
the
right.
NRA convention went off without a hitch. Mike
Yeah.
Pence was there.
Except for all the
Everything was
protesters
beautiful.
outside,
There
yeah.
were a few protesters
Okay.
outside.
Well, look, I think that it's safe to say that, again.
God, what, Bill? What is it? Someone done double parked their Ford Fiesta, blocking me. So I'm here.
The
to
little car?
check well, that's a shame, Bill. Yeah, tiny little car, a lime green, looked like some sort of pussy was driving it. Some guy named Fred, license plate says Fredo on it. Well, that's because freedom was too long to put on a license plate. Well, I'm gonna find this freedom-loving asshole and kick his ass
Bill,
driving this Fiesta.
Bill, I think that Ralph took his place back.
It does say that the parking slot is for the co-host to the right. So there's two parking spots, one on the left for Lenny and one on the right for Ralph. Now, no, I'm the voice of the right here. And now, if we're going to talk about the NRA convention, you forgot one speaker.
Who?
No, I think we pretty much named them all, Bill.
Yeah, Donald Trump, Wayne LaPierre, Diamond and Silk. Who else?
You forgot old Bill Morgan. That's right, I was there and I gave a speech.
They let you in convention halls now?
They did not let me in the convention hall, because as I got to security, they said, "You're going to have to leave your gun, sir." And I said, "Hell no." And so I gave my speech in the parking lot.
Okay, well.
Roll the clip! alcoholic. Well, that's neither here nor there. I'm Bill Morgan, and I'm a proud American, a patriot, and a lifetime member of the NRA. Woo! And I proudly have not voted Democrat since 1962. And even that was a mistake because the ballot was made all funny, and I was going through and trying to circle every R I could find, and I accidentally voted for Robert F. Kennedy. Boo! Now, the only vote I'd ever give Robert F. Kennedy was for the bullet that killed him. Woo! Now, ever since I was a baby, I've supported gun rights. Instead of a baby shaker, I had a shotgun full of pellets I would just shake around. And now I'm a strong supporter of the Second Amendment. The other amendments I really couldn't give a shit about. Quartering soldiers, term limits, poll taxes, women voting, who gives a shit?
Tell 'em.
That's right, and I think the voting age down to 18, that's crazy talk right there. You ought to pump the voting age up to 37. Hell, I couldn't think straight till I was 41. Now I stand here today as a call to arms that we swap the First Amendment for the Second Amendment.
Hell yeah!
Now ask yourself, without the freedom to go out with your buddies to drink beer and shoot guns in the woods and call your club a militia, who gives a shit if the New York Lies is able to print a newspaper or not? Fire them off if you agree. Damn, ain't nothing better than a cool course. Yeah, having a gun is a God-given right. That's what these libs and leftists and that's what they don't understand. Is that guns come from God. You don't like guns and you don't like God. And you don't like God, then you don't like Bill Morgan. If you don't like Bill Morgan, then we got a problem that can only be settled with my gun. Woo! And speaking of guns, I done got most of my guns from God. Now, hell, take a look at this one right here. Now, this one right here, I done found laying in a ditch by the highway. Now, someone tell me that ain't a gift from God. Let me hear you, boys. Fire them off if you got them. But now, let's get serious. The left has been spinning every tragedy to be the fault of the gun. This poor gun never hurt nobody. Guns are innocent. They need somebody to pull the trigger, don't they? Now, don't they? That is until we get them new artificially intelligent smart guns that can fire whenever the sensor identifies someone worthy of death. I saw them in here. They got them. They're trying them out right in that convention hall. These things look great. They're beautiful. You ought to check them out. Guns ain't the enemy. Guns is friends. Now, I sleep with a gun under my pillow and another one between my arms and with several stray bullets in my pajama pockets. Now, my wife don't like it. She says that it makes her scared. And I say, you ain't as scared as you're gonna be when a rabid David Hogg breaks through the door to come in here to steal all my guns. Now, if you're afraid of David Hogg, give me a hell yeah. Lord, forgive David Hogg, as he knows not what he has done. He's just a puppet of King George Soros and the mainstream liberal media. And Lord, please buy David Hogg a dress shirt. I'm tired of seeing that boy's V-neck and his little pubes popping out of his chest. And another thing, why are men not tucking in their shirts anymore? Now, back in my day, you had to tuck in your shirt. Now, it's good you show off your concealed gun and your corner pocket. Have it in your holster. You don't conceal the gun, show it off in your holster by tucking in your shirt. What's that?
Bill Morgan, off the stage, please.
But tuck in your shirts more often and let me see them guns. I'm Bill Morgan.
Speakers we gotta get to.
Wow. Bill.
Congratulations, Bill. Thank you for allowing BAFFLEGAB to have a presence at the NRA Convention, although it was in the parking lot.
Yeah, you knocked him dead, Bill.
That's right. Now, if you don't mind, I have to go use my Second Amendment, my gun in my holster right here, to go discuss my First Amendment, my right to speak on this podcast.
Okay.
I'm going right down now to the Bafflery Network to go discuss my contract. It's an outrage.
I don't think they're open on a Saturday, but we'll see you, Bill.
Well, he'll figure that out soon enough. But you know, Diamond and Silk weren't the only black Republicans making the left's head explode this week.
Who else?
Well, Black Skinhead himself, his title, not mine, that I'm giving him, Kayne West.
Ugh. Woo! Do we really have to talk about that?
We do. Welcome to the Republican Party. Proud conservative.
Yeah.
Huh? He's come a long way since telling George Bush that he didn't care about black people.
Yeah.
Right? Now he sees Republicans are the ones who care about black people. Number one, by ending slavery. Something we're going to talk about in a second.
Yeah.
We will get there.
Sure.
Can the left say that? Can the Democrats say that?
Can the Democrats say that they ended slavery? Well,
Yeah.
Democrats and the left are not synonymous, even today, but certainly not then.
Well, it's like my favorite rapper, Change, said, black people don't have to be Democrats. Change, the rapper, said, black people don't have to be Democrats.
You mean Charlemagne?
Change said, black people don't have to be Democrats.
All right. Well,
So I want to welcome
that's
you.
what he said.
It's what he tweeted.
Okay.
And then he said thank you to the president once the president retweeted him.
Okay.
He's from Chicago. He's a Chicago guy. He's friends with Barack Obama. Change the rapper.
Yeah. Okay.
So I want to welcome you, Kanye, to the Republican Party. So I'm going to be sending you the welcome package. So Republicans, we have our own little welcome kit. It's going to have, everyone comes with a signed Make America Great Again hat signed by Donald Trump, which I know he already has. He already has it, but now he'll get another one. Index card in which you'll be able to file your taxes. Being a wealthy individual himself, I'm sure he has such low taxes already. You'll be able to fill out.
But doesn't everyone file their taxes on an index card now that the GOP tax plan has passed?
They sure do, Lenny. And also, there's a tourniquet in here, and then you'll be able to use this to drown the government in the bathtub, because that's how small that we're going to make government. Just keep giving us a year. The bust of Ronald Reagan, of course. You can put this in your studio. He can give you some goodwill when you're recording your...
Made of white marble.
That's right.
The only stone that'll do.
Yep, that's right. And so then also the SPF 125 suntan lotion. Now, you might not need this, but this is just because usually people that get this kit are, we have very pasty skin. We don't do very well.
Melanin challenge.
Yes.
You might say.
But we'll be sending this to you, Kanye, and I just want to be the first to welcome you wholeheartedly into the Republican Party. This weekend, Donald Trump's approval rating among African Americans went from 10% to 20%.
Wow.
He was losing 9 out of 10 black people didn't care about Donald Trump. Say George W. Bush doesn't care about black people. Black people didn't care about Donald Trump. Now they're seeing things because of some great points made by Kanye West.
Yeah, I like to see that poll.
He likes Donald Trump.
I don't buy that poll, but let's listen to what Kanye said that upset so many people this week.
Mostly the left.
Well, he was
mostly the left.
Visiting the studios of TMZ.
I wasn't upset. Sean Hannity was upset. Tucker Carlson was upset. Larry Ingram was
white guy was upset. This other white guy was not upset. Other white guy. Let's listen to the clip.
I just love Trump. That's my boy. It's like so many rappers. You'll look at a video of Snoop Dogg loving Trump, but then he get in the office and now they don't love him. Like, Trump is one of rap's favorite people, right?
But we talk about this, that before he was elected president, people in hip hop, it was an in thing to put Donald Trump in your rhyme somewhere.
Yeah. And by the way, I am in hip hop, but I'm not just in hip hop. I'm a black person in the black community, but I'm not just that. I feel like one thing is people try to minimize me to artists, hip hop, black community. Yeah, I'm always gonna represent that, but I also represent the world. When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? It's like we're mentally in prison. I like the word prison because slavery goes too direct to the idea of blacks. It's like slavery, Holocaust Jews, slavery is blacks.
Lenny, to be great is to be misunderstood. And Kanye has that problem. Donald Trump has that problem. And even I sometimes have that problem. But that's the price you pay when you start thinking outside the bun.
Okay, Taco Bell. Look, this is something...
The box. I meant the box.
Okay,
sorry.
all right.
Commercials get stuck in your brain.
Yeah. Is something mentally wrong with Kanye
He's
West?
mentally wrong. He's insane. He's off his rocker. He's stopped taking his meds. By the way,
said slavery was a choice. A choice?
He's just asking questions.
It was the choice of the Europeans. That's for sure.
Well, there you go. There's a possible answer. He's asking questions. Okay. He's throwing out there. He's thinking, outside the box here.
Outside the bun.
He's asking questions.
Now, look,
the left is just, they're going crazy about this because they can't...
You've got gorditas on the brain or something because you cannot see how weird and...
Look, the only cheese that's melting here is the fried cheese on the brain of the mainstream left because they can't understand why...
You can't just let me have one.
Mainstream... celebrity, and a black celebrity at that, would want to be a conservative, would support Donald Trump. It's like Kanye just said, Snoop Dogg used to like Trump. All these rappers used to all love Trump, you know, because he's a status of wealth. You know, he says, I'm doing well. But now that he's doing so well that he's president, suddenly he's not cool anymore? Donald Trump has always been cool.
No, he hasn't. And it's just because he was a byword for being rich. And now, of course, we know Trump is not nearly as rich as he portends to be.
How do you know?
Now.
How do you know?
Well, we'll get to that later with the Michelle Wolf White House Correspondents Dinner.
Well, I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah. But, look, I think...
The fact is, you know who he's getting rich? Under Trump?
Who?
Black people.
Oh, come on.
Unemployment.
Tell me.
Unemployment is at its historic low. It has never been lower in America's history.
Okay. And that's it?
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
the unemployment rate is an imprecise measure because it doesn't include people who've already given
I'll give you a more
for work.
Precise measure.
Okay.
Lenny, okay? The doorman at my condo is black. The Uber driver that I took, to get here. Yeah. Was also black.
Breaking news, people. Black people have jobs.
That's right.
True.
And
it's true. You heard it here first.
Right. And jobs, who gives the jobs? President is responsible for making sure that people have jobs.
I just say job creators.
And who else are job creators?
Yeah.
Who else are job creators?
Look, this is all besides the point. The point is what
freedom of thought, thinking
what
free,
the hell
thinking
is
outside
wrong
the box.
with Kanye West?
Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens is a free thinker, and the left cannot take it.
Okay, one thing at a time. The main issue
the left loves victim mentality. They don't like victory mentality.
I mean, Kanye's been a little off his rocker for a long time now, so it's not that surprising that, he digs Trump. He had that meeting with Trump at Trump Tower shortly after he was inaugurated, so we knew that. But look, the thing that people are mad about is that 400 years of slavery was a choice comment. Because, let me tell you, I don't even think white supremacists would say that slavery was a choice on behalf, that the enslaved Africans made. Nobody says that. Is he trying to pander to the racist Trump voter base? Is that what it is? Is he trying to break into a new market niche? I'm just saying, he might have some underlying motivations because otherwise, something's wrong here. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
No, it's like he said, he just talks off the cusp. And also, I don't think white supremacists, who knows, people think all kinds of different things. Lenny, I know some white supremacists that don't even think slavery ever happened.
Well, they thought slaves made the choice to be enslaved, then that would kind of undercut their whole, great white man ideology.
And aliens made the pyramids. We can't have time to break down every different type of ideology.
Okay.
The most important thing here is that Kanye loves Trump. We're welcome to the Republican Party. End of story. Left's going crazy. Look, the only white supremacists here are the Democrats. You want to talk about slavery? Let's talk about the Democrats. All right, I think it was the Democrats' choice to not end slavery. Oh, they were so pissed off that slavery ended. They hated Lincoln. How dare they? FDR owned slaves. Democratic Party is all about slavery.
It's not true, people.
Robert Byrd? What does Robert Byrd mean anything to you?
Come on. Okay, first of all, back in the day...
The KKK in the 1920s was a democratic organization.
Yeah. Democrats are not synonymous with liberals or leftists. Not now, not then.
Please.
And
the KKK is white. Bernie Sanders couldn't be whiter. The Democratic Party
gave you Barack Obama, okay? That's why this is such an outrage. After all the Democrats have done for rich black celebrities like Kanye West.
What have you done?
He turns his back on us.
What have you done?
I don't know.
You haven't done
Have you watched the White House Correspondents Dinner under Barack Obama? It was great.
It was offensive. It was very offensive.
We invited Common to the White House? I'm not sure how far you want to take this analogy.
It was very offensive. Like when Seth Meyers looked Donald Trump and said, that he's a friend of black people, and unless the blacks are a family of white people, then I think he might be mistaken. That was offensive to say to the now
kind of a bad joke,
president.
But well, look, I'm just saying that this is something the right pulls out all the time. Like, oh yeah, Democrats are the real racists, liberals are the real racists. Why are you thought about that?
Why are Democrats so racist?
Well, we're not. Obviously. Kanye West, I think it's fair to say, has some serious learning to do about the history of this country and the history of the party he now professes to support. Because look, the Democrats, we're honest about our past, okay? We're not hiding from the fact that the Democrats were, at one time, the agents of white supremacy and Jim Crow in the South. We know that, but we've moved on, we've become better, and we've become a completely different party. Now the Republicans are the white supremacists, and we'll leave it there.
No. We are definitely not leaving it there. You know, I've heard for years that Kanye West was a genius, and I couldn't see it. And now my own eyes have been opened, and my mind is a little freer by seeing that Kanye West is a genius, because he sees the power in Trump. And you know, Lenny, it doesn't even bother me that Kanye has not gone out of his way to say any policies or anything that he supports about Trump or any reason why he supports the Make America Great Again campaign, except for saying that he likes Trump and he has the hat, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And has said that he doesn't have any feelings about the travel ban or anything like that.
Yeah, but you guys are happy because...
But we're happy because
finally
a
black man
Trump.
is in the Republican Party.
That's
and
right.
A famous one.
And a famous one at that. And it's all because of Dragon Energy. And I'll be honest with you, I started listening to some Kanye West, and I said, let's see what he's all about. And he's got a lot of good tunes. I can see now why he is a musical genius.
Wow. I've never really listened to Kanye. I only like underground hip-hop and 90s hip-hop.
Yeah, that's where you're wrong. So strap in, because you're listening to BAFFLEGAB. This episode of BAFFLEGAB is brought to you by Avocado Green Mattresses. Avocado Green Mattresses offer the first naturally healthy, organic, pesticide-free, no GMOs, whole food, plant-based mattress that saves the rainforest and increases the wages of contract workers enslaved in Dubai. It's handcrafted by happy people who like their jobs and are in no way forced to work in a sweatshop to build your luxury brand mattress that has some hipster logo covered in feel-good buzzwords that make you feel ethically pure for your addiction to consumption. Unlike the factory it was built in, every mattress is toxic-free and flame retardant. We have mattresses for infants and toddlers, so if you just added a child into this godforsaken, overpopulated planet, they too can rest easy. Teach them how easy it is to sleep at night with your American comforts that are built by the poor enslaved in the third world. Earth's only got 40 to 60 years left, so hurry and buy your Avocado Green mattress today. You're gonna love it.
Comedian Michelle Wolf delivered a monologue that many in the crowd, even those who hate Trump, which is almost everybody, thought was in poor taste. Here's part of it.
I actually really like Sarah. I think she's very resourceful. Like, she burns facts, and then she uses that ash to create a perfect smoky eye. Like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's lies. It's probably lies.
She's a lot of fun. Author and columnist Mark Stein joins us tonight.
I mean, what's fascinating to me is it's offensive without... I quite like a lot of sharp, edgy, so-called dangerous comedy, but this stuff is offensive. And what's sad is that this is such defanged comedy. You were talking about the caravan a couple of minutes ago. I'd love to have jokes about the caravans, jokes about North Korea, jokes about President Macron. This is a smart, sophisticated Washington crowd in black tie, and they're listening to this woman using the F word, making a joke about how her private parts require a lot more yarn than those pink hats on the Trump parade.
You heard it, folks. Michelle Wolf. I
don't even want to hear her name.
Okay, she was a Daily Show correspondent, comedian, very funny. Lit up the White House Correspondents Dinner, and not in a good way.
Not in a good way at all.
They were mad.
They were mad. I was mad. I had to walk out.
Oh.
So we had a table there because we are journalists. This is a news show, and so I had a table in the back where.
First, I'm hearing of it, but thanks, Ralph.
Well, I didn't want to tell you about the invitation because then I had to sit there, at a dinner and
what? Have like a smart, funny.
I didn't want to have to talk to you for 2 hours.
Okay.
We talked for an hour here. I didn't want to talk to you for 2 hours there. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm pretty sure they didn't have tofu burgers on the menu, so you wouldn't have been able to eat anything anyway.
Okay, I disagree with that, but
So I'm sitting there, right? And so Michelle Wolf comes on. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I had to leave. Not really because anything she said, because we're sitting so far in the back, I could barely actually hear anything. Don Lemon left quite a deuce in the toilet, and it just reeked so bad. I had to.
Wow.
I looked at Melissa, and I said, "We gotta get out of here. Get the kids. We're done."
That guy doesn't smell like lemon at all.
Yeah, he does not smell. Spray some lemon poopery next time.
Rename him Donnie Douche. Donnie Deuce.
Donnie Deuce.
Let's have those guys switch names.
Right. So anyway, I went home and I watched the new Jeff Dunham special on Netflix, which I gotta say, 2 thumbs way up. Very funny.
Puppets.
He's doing the thing in Europe.
World class puppets.
Very good. But so anyway, I walked out. So I didn't actually get to hear a lot of these jokes till the next day. I saw all of the outrage, the attacking. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she attacked her looks.
That's right.
She said he had perfect smoky eye makeup. Perfect eye makeup.
So? Press secretary has
That's
smoky
offensive.
eyes. Why is it offensive?
You've seen Sarah Huckabee Sanders?
Yes, the daughter of former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee.
That alone,
and Bernie Sanders.
But you've seen her. To tell that woman that she has perfect eye makeup, that's insulting. That's insulting to look at that woman and say her eye makeup is perfect.
Okay, it's
an outrage.
Is that what you're mad about?
It's an outrage to say that. Yes, to attack a Republican woman and call her ugly and vile, and
that's not what
face
Michelle.
Is so disgusting. It makes little children vomit and scream. That is what she's saying by saying it's perfect eye makeup.
She was calling. I thought the outrage was over the fact that she called her a liar.
No. It doesn't matter. No. The lies and the Donald Trump being poor and Flint not having water, those jokes are not what was offensive. What's offensive is that she called Sarah Huckabee Sanders' eye makeup perfect, and we all know. Don't make me say it, Lenny. Don't make me say it.
No, I want to because I'm curious.
She's an ugly, ugly woman, and that's what she's making. That's what they're saying.
This is sexist talk.
You wait until Dennis Miller has some jokes about Michelle Wolf's looks. You wait till Dennis Miller comes back and tears down Michelle Wolf's looks.
With that crimpy hair, he's going to have a field day.
Yes, then we will see.
Okay, well,
you know what? The point is, we're getting off track. You know, I don't even know why you're on this podcast anymore. You've got nothing to add.
Yeah, I guess not. I find it funny. Right. I find it funny.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, the conservatives like to talk about free speech. Like, oh, I like dangerous, edgy comedy, but you can't talk about pussies. Not the P word. She said the F word too in front of the children.
It's
and
vulgar.
By children, I mean the DC Beltway press, who have been acting like children.
And look, you can make fun of someone's looks, don't call them ugly, but you can make fun of how someone acts. You can shake. It's like remember when Donald Trump made fun of the journalists? That was very funny. That was funny. When
you mean the paraplegic journalist?
Yeah, that was funny. That was as funny as when Rush Limbaugh made fun of Michael J. Fox doing a little move.
Yeah.
That's good.
That little Parkinson's dance move.
What would Buster Keaton, if Buster Keaton was asked to go to White House Correspondents Dinner, I think he would do the same thing.
I don't even know who that is.
He would do those kind of most classic physical comedian.
Yeah. All right. Well, as Mark Stein said in that clip there, he prefers the edgy, dangerous comedy of Dennis Miller, I guess.
Yeah. Dennis Miller, I'm sure, would have a thing or two to say about that caravan.
Yeah.
Or Marc Macron. French President Macron.
It's Emmanuel Macron.
Macron?
Yeah. I guess he's kind of funny. He's like a centrist.
Tell him to get a real name.
He's just like a centrist kind of status quo establishment politician who thankfully beat the nascent fascist movement in France, the National Front.
Oh, thankfully. Thankfully.
Okay, I'm sorry. I stand corrected.
In an alternate universe,
Ralph wishes the fascists had won.
In an alternate universe, President Le Pen and President Trump will be walking hand to hand.
Killing the infidels or
make America great again, make Europe great again.
That's good.
But so this past week, Macron delivered quite a gaffe. We should listen to it. It's funnier than anything Trump has ever said, I think. You can do all the Trump jokes that you want on late night TV.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, and we will listen to the clip. But just before we do, I want to set it up. President Emmanuel Macron from France. That's why we say his name like that. Macron. Otherwise, who the fuck would say it like that? Anyway, he was visiting Australia and...
Manny Macron. That's what I'm going to say.
Manny Macron.
Manny Macron.
He's visiting Australia and had a peculiar comments that he made to the Prime Minister during a joint press conference.
I wanted to thank you for your welcome. Thank you and your delicious wife for your warm welcome. It's the perfect organization of this trip. Thanks to you and Lucy. Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.
Your delicious wife. Oh my God, that is amazing. Yeah, if Trump had setting like this, he wouldn't hear the end of it for like 3 years from the Colbert's and Jimmy Kimmel's and all that.
It'd be a blip on the radar. Like, really.
No, they'd have to go up. So people say that we're a comedy show, Lenny. And you happen to think
I don't know why they would.
Is so funny. So let's hear some jokes off this.
About President Macron?
Yeah. Okay, so here's one. So it's like, obviously he thinks that, something's delicious. His last name is French for cookie.
You mean Macron?
Macron. His name's French for cookie.
I don't think that's true, so it doesn't really work as a joke.
Well, all right, Lenny, that's one joke for me. Let's have
okay, this is
comedy is so easy.
This is getting beyond the point here, because we're talking about dangerous, edgy comedy.
Right.
And what Mark Stein, the Fox News commentator, would have preferred to see at the White House Correspondents.
Here's another one. Mr. Macron, you're supposed to meet his wife, not eat his wife. Lenny, come on! You're not joining the jokes here.
That's because they are funny. Okay, fine. One part of that statement is something that, Macron did have a funny gaffe. So that's one thing that happened after the White House Correspondents Dinner. So Michelle Wolf could not have made fun of it. What were the other two? North Korea and, the caravan of refugees from Central America. Just a knee slapper of a situation there.
Hey, if you fellas are looking for the Grateful Dead show, they went that away. Because hippies used to live in a van. They used to be in a van.
Yeah, I got it.
So here's one classic. Take that caravan to a van down by the river. That's a classic SNL, Saturday Night Live line. Living in a van down by the. Wait. So here's one. You know who's living in a van down by the river now? The refugees.
Yeah, I can't. I have a hard time laughing at the refugees, and I just want to make sure
it's very easy.
I want to make sure that people know who we're talking about.
It's very easy when you're white and live in a world of comfort, and you're an American citizen to laugh at refugees.
Well, just so our listeners know,
it's something me and Donald Trump have in common. It's very easy to laugh at refugees.
Let's listen to a clip, just so our listeners know what we're talking about.
A showdown continues this morning at the U.S.-Mexican border over a caravan of refugees who've arrived from Central America.
Sadly, we are expecting them to be in detention, awaiting asylum at least for 6 months.
A story so funny that she could barely say detention. She was almost laughing when she was saying it.
This is just sad.
What was the van? What are they coming here for, huh? To celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
That is the day. That's the current day that we're recording right now.
To celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
This is sad, though, that the right would resort to making fun of a caravan full of fleeing refugees.
Well, Lenny, with comedy, nothing is off the table. You want hard-edge comedy. It's supposed to be if people can make fun of Trump, we can make fun of a caravan full of refugees.
Yeah, except that there's a little bit of a power differential there. Making fun of Trump is punching up. Making fun of the refugees is punching way, way down. Like you're on the top of the Empire State Building with a gigantic arm, just punching them.
Well, so I guess by your logic, then Trump is so high up that he's just punching down at everybody.
Yeah, he does punch down quite a bit, I gotta say. You're right. But there's something to be said about the bravery that sometimes comes with comedy. As Mark Stein said, dangerous, edgy. Well, it's not dangerous or edgy if the person you're making fun of doesn't have any power.
You say tomato, I say tomato. I say, these things, anything can be funny. Okay. And you know what? Here's the thing I was thinking of while I was there at the White House Correspondents Dinner. I said, hey, they got all these yahoos up here. Mm-hmm. Some of these guys making jokes, their only qualification is that, they tell jokes in a nightclub. Well, we tell jokes to nobody locked in a room.
Yeah.
Why can't we be up there?
That's true. So we could be the White House Correspondents' Dinner co-hosts.
Next year, I think we should audition to be at the White House Correspondents' Dinner next year. And I promise you, Mr. Trump, I'll rein in Lenny, and, you know, I can say bad things about the journalist, and you can attack Trump, and we'll make a real team out of it.
Yeah. You attack the Mexicans and the minorities, and I'll attack Trump and all of his cronies.
Sure, that sounds great. So,
all right, great.
We're gonna put together a little audition tape, I think.
I guess so.
And then we're gonna send that over to the proud people over at the White House Correspondents Association.
Except I can't remember. Did we already record the audition tape?
We did make one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was for last year. Ah, shit. Let's play it. Fuck it.
All right, let's play our audition tape. Now coming to the stage, I want to welcome the host of the radio show BAFFLEGAB, Len and Ron.
Wow.
Thank you.
Happy to be here, folks.
I'm Ralph Wigglesworth.
I'm Lenny Thompson.
Host of BAFFLEGAB.
That's right. We're so happy to be here in Washington, D.C. Hey, what's that D.C. stand for? District of Crooks?
Or when the Democrats are in office, the District of Clowns.
The debt is now $300 trillion. Pretty soon, we'll have to learn what comes after $1 trillion.
You know, they say that the first family is Donald and Melania. I thought the first family was Adam and Eve.
You know, Ralph, we have a lot of funny words in politics. Like
that's true.
POTUS, FLOTUS, SCOTUS. Which reminds me, the Republicans want to take away my Obamacare, but when am I going to be able to see a doctor about this lump on my SCOTUS?
Oh, that's no lump, Lenny. That's Sam Alito.
Oh!
You know, President Trump, he's the first president in 40 years not to have a pet dog. But, you know, the Clintons had a dog in the White House, and his name was Bill. Got him!
Hey, folks, can I ask, how old is John McCain? How old is John McCain? He said his favorite food is pills and applesauce. The guy's got to be pushing 90.
Oh, God, yeah. He's taking that Werther's Originals right into the vein.
That's right.
You know, unfortunately, Hillary Clinton, she couldn't be here tonight.
God bless her soul.
Yeah, she's busy hiding in the woods working on her manifesto. Do we have a picture? So this is where we'd see a photo that we'll have an intern Photoshop where it looks like the Unabomber sketch, but it's Hillary and she's got a hoodie on and then those aviator sunglasses.
You know, I read the news and I think that George Washington, you know, I wonder, what would he do if he was alive today? What would be in that little pea brain of his? You know what he'd probably think? Hey, I gotta make a dentist appointment.
Oh!
Any of you other founding fathers got a ZocDoc account I could borrow?
Oh, good reference. You know, thank God that Ben Franklin can't be here, and thank God that he died before the Me Too movement, huh? Ooh. He discovered electricity, he invented the bifocals, but his greatest contribution to humanity just might have been the crowds.
Oh, not my greatest contribution, that's for sure. You know, hey, The Hill. The Hill is here, folks.
Yo, let's give it up for The Hill.
You know, I love The Hill, but I gotta ask, hey, how'd that feel when Jack and Jill ran all over you to fetch that pail of water?
Oh, got him. You know, speaking of water, Lenny, I heard Ted Kennedy earlier. He's over by the bar. He's trying to get a glass of water to help fight off his hangover. He says to the bartender, "Hey, I asked for a glass of water, not the whole lake."
Ooh, Chappaquiddick. I say that chap ought to quit it.
Oh, we're just kidding. He's dead. Don't worry. No hard feelings. The Washington Post is here. Let's give it up for the Washington Post, huh? Yeah. Their tagline is, "Democracy dies in darkness." Yeah. Have you seen those journalists that work there? No wonder they have to hang out in the dark, huh? They are ugly. Hey, Washington Post, who does your makeup? Is it Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Oh! Living in the dark. Ugly. They're ugly. They're ugly. They're ugly.
You just got BAFFLEGAB, bitch.
Boosh, you just got gabbed. We're leaving. Don't worry. Thank you. It's been a lovely night. There you go, and that is how it's done. We didn't have to attack anyone's appearance, make anyone feel bad.
Yeah, that's right. And, for the would-be Michelle Wolfs out there, maybe next time, don't challenge power. Don't go at them too hard.
They invited you to a dinner.
Yeah.
You don't spit in someone's face when they invite you to a dinner.
Yeah. So, tell your hard truths and your edgy comedy elsewhere, because this is all about sucking up to those who write the check.
That's right. If you're looking for hard truths and real comedy, you're listening to the wrong show, pal, because this is BAFFLEGAB.
That's right. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to BAFFLEGAB. Now, you may have noticed there's a lot of... Politics is changing last couple of years, right? And there's a lot of very intense, frightening rallies of people that are getting involved in politics. No, not Charlottesville. I'm talking specifically Bernie Sanders rallies.
Yeah, sure.
And these are
scary ones.
These are very, very frightening rallies because what they're doing is they're brainwashing the youth of today into thinking that socialism is good.
Yes.
Socialism is not good.
Okay.
So luckily, Home Depot co-founder Ken Langone.
Yeah.
He's Italian. He worked in one of the worst stock firms on Wall Street.
That's right.
And he's writing a book to help fight this. So he's 82 years old, and he wants his legacy to be trying to turn us back onto the right track.
Yeah.
The capitalist track.
With a book called I Love Capitalism.
Exactly. Could it be more clear? I don't think it could be more clear.
What's that book about? I don't know.
He loves capitalism.
Oh, right.
Because he was born from humble beginnings.
Yeah.
He has no silver spoon in his mouth.
Yeah.
Show me a photo where he's got a silver spoon in his mouth. And if you can, he's probably eating soup.
Yeah, I read the Wall Street Journal article, and it is funny how defensive he is. He's like, show me where the silver spoon was in my mouth. I had to work at one of the worst firms on Wall Street because I was the wrong kind of white man.
Yeah, he was Italian. He's Italian, which might as well have been Irish back in those days.
I am the American dream. So his father was a plumber. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
His mother was a cafeteria worker. He worked some odd jobs. Great. After graduating, he sought work on Wall Street, but he says that his blue-collar Italian background prevented him from landing a job at the top firms. Instead, he took another cushy analyst job at a different firm, the investment department of a life insurance company.
Yes, and then he went on to serve in
just a story of a humble boy who went to college at a time when it was basically free and used that degree to get a job on Wall Street.
Yes,
wow.
Thanks to capitalism.
Wow.
But he's serving...
Thanks to the LBJ FDR welfare
Oh,
states.
come on. He's 82 years old. LBJ didn't benefit him. LBJ didn't benefit him at all.
When this guy went to college and was getting his life started, college was either heavily subsidized or free in some places in America.
It's free now if you just apply for loans and take on debt.
You had pensions.
You can do it.
You had pensions. You had greater purchasing power. The whole landscape for somebody coming from a more humble background.
And he went to business school at night while serving in the army. How many of these Bernie Sanders socialists are serving in the army and going to business school at night?
Well, look.
How many of them are, Lenny?
Times has changed.
None of them are. They all want to be baby fed through Snapchat or whatever.
All right. Well, times have changed since the master of Home Depot here was a child and a young man finding his own way in the world. A young Langone. The young Langone had a far better situation to deal with than the kids do today. If you come from that humble working class background today, you have to drown in debt just to graduate from college, and then if you're lucky, maybe you'll get a good job, but you'll probably have to move to a major metropolitan area and also run through the gauntlet of job applications because, most positions in America nowadays, if it's a good job, they'll get hundreds or thousands of applicants. So you better be the best of the best. And this guy had to deal with bringing himself up in a world that was not quite as cutthroat and heartless. So
not quite as cutthroat.
So now he turns around, he's like, the kids, It can't be me who's wrong. It's the kids who are wrong. Damn it. We love capitalism. What's wrong with you?
Well, I don't know. What? Lenny, I would love to stay here and talk to you about how much capitalism has done for every man, woman, and child in this beautiful country. But I just got a note that says my Ford Fiesta is being towed.
What? Again?
Yeah. All right, now that he's out of here.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm Bill Morgan here. I'm back. So I went down there to get my contract looked at.
Okay.
And
with Bafflery.
Yeah, but wouldn't you know it, when I went in there, the Bafflery Network, they said, sir, you're going to have to leave your gun outside if you want to go through security. And I said, hell no. So I came right back, and I still got the same old contract. So now, Lenny,
so you just
fill me in. What are we talking about?
We're talking about the founder of Home Depot is writing a book called I Love Capitalism.
Now, oh boy, that brings a tear to my eye. Now, I don't like to read books because they're so long and boring.
Yeah.
But this sounds like a book I would like to read.
Well, he's worried about the kids, loving Bernie Sanders, liking socialism.
Pissed me off.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't get it.
I'm with the. I didn't support Bernie in the 2016 primary. I was a Hillary hound. I was all the way in. I was with her.
You were a nuts hill dog.
But you know what?
A nutso hill dog.
Bernie has a point. Okay, capitalism's not working for everybody these days, and this guy especially came from a different time where capitalism was less cutthroat and difficult to work your way through if you're from humble origins.
Let me tell you something that I've seen before on a t-shirt, Lenny.
Okay.
If you don't work for capitalism, capitalism won't work for you. Now, if you're going to sit on a bench and ask for a handout, well, you ain't going to get it, pal. But if you're going to put in the elbow grease, like it sounds like the owner of a Home Depot did.
Oh, yeah.
Your middle Home Depot is so big.
Yeah.
Where's he getting all the money to buy all this property? Unless he worked hard and achieved it, and that's, I think, what he did.
That's the only way anyone gets wealth in America.
By working hard. I agree.
Finance capital. None of that matters. It's all hard work. It's someone else's hard work, probably, but still, hard work nonetheless.
Lenny, I don't understand what you do not understand. Now, you see...
Okay.
I done saw...
Good place to start.
I was in the library the other day, and I saw a story about a dog who understands capitalism.
Okay.
So a dog is smarter than you, Lenny. I don't understand how that's possible. A dog is smarter than you. So now, when I'm at the library checking on the internet, I always go to this website called The Dildo for little heartwarming stories. I don't know.
Dildo?
It's a bad name
You mean the dodo?
It's a bad name for a website, but they always have nice little dog and animal stories. And so, General Lee likes the dog stories, right?
Okay.
So I'll go to Pornhub for me for a while, and then I'll go over to The Dildo for General Lee, who's my dog.
Okay.
And now, there's a dog, and now he's down in Colombia, where you know that capitalism does not exist. It's been banned down there for years, so it's hard to make a living. It's hard to come up from the bottom and be here.
Okay.
But this dog has done it. See, now what he does is he comes in with a leaf. Every day he brings a leaf into a little treat store, and now he puts down the leaf, and he gets a treat. Now, he's learned that if I come in with a leaf, I get a treat. The dog understands the fundamentals of commerce, and you do not, Lenny. How is that possible?
Is the dog a wage slave now? He has to use the leaf to get treats? That sounds good.
He likes doing it. I'm sure if they could quote the dog, that he would say that the treat tastes better knowing that I've earned it. Knowing that I've spent a leaf, my own leaf that I have earned.
First of all, the monetary system and capitalism are not the same thing. Just like markets and capitalism are not the same thing. We had coins and currency long before capitalism.
How can you have coins without capitalism? How can you have a coin? Where are you getting the coin from?
Ask the Sumerians.
Where are you getting a coin from?
Yeah.
Ask a Girl Scout cookie? What the hell are you talking about, Lenny?
Different thing. But look, we had coinage and commerce long before capitalism. We will have it long after capitalism. But, the dog learned a new trick. Good for him. I'm supportive, I guess.
The trick is working for himself and getting a treat. That's the trick.
By being forced to go find a leaf?
Being forced.
When he would just get a treat anyway, because he's such a good boy.
No one is arguing if he is or is not a good boy.
I don't know.
I think it is clear that this dog is a very good boy.
Okay.
Because he knows the tenets of capitalism.
Yeah.
And it's supply and demand.
Yeah, it's like
he demands a treat, so he is supplying a leaf.
It's like Marx said, capitalism's greatest crime is taking the natural world that once belonged to the commons, to everyone, and privatizing it. putting it in the hands of the few who can afford to.
Boy, that must be a Marx quote, because I fell asleep while you were saying it.
Yeah, well, I kind of butchered it too. But anyway, the point is, I think that this dog didn't learn capitalism. It learned a trick, and that's great. But, I don't know. I'm not going to read a book by this dog, and I'm certainly not going to read a book by Ken Langone called I Love Capitalism.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Lenny. I would definitely read a book by this dog.
Wait, did the dog write a book?
He did. Ruff Capitalism by this dog. Yeah. That's a book that I would read.
All right, well.
All right, Bill. Get up. I am in the co-host seat.
We're just learning a wonderful story about a dog who is a capitalist, I guess.
Now, no, this is my seat.
All right, I'm not going to fight over it.
Bill, you might want to get out there and move your truck because you're currently blocked in by a Ford Fiesta with a vanity plate that says freedom. I believe what it says is Frito, the worst character of The Godfather.
Now,
that is black and white. Now, this is my seat. I am the co-host now.
All right, hold on.
I am the co-host now.
Why don't you just share the seat? How about that? That's a solution for you. We only have 1, 2 of you. Share it.
Of course you would say share the seat. You're a damn socialist over here with your Karl Marx. We're not going to share the seat. You're damn right we're not going to share the seat.
Okay. Sit on each other's laps?
We're not going to sit on each other's laps.
Okay.
Only the strong survive. May the strongest survive and get the chair. That is the message of capitalism. Get the hell off of me, Ralph. Get him. Now I'm going to pull out my gun. It's my concealed weapon. Do not, if I feel endangered, if I feel in danger, I'm going to pull out my gun. Now you're going to get out of my damn seat. Now,
don't make him feel endangered.
No, I'm feeling endangered.
He's feeling endangered.
I'm pulling out the gun.
Gotta do it.
Now let's all back away from the seat. Lenny, call the show. Call it off.
All right. No, don't point it at me. All right, fine. We'll see you next time, and we'll talk more about capitalist dogs.
Dad, get off my hand! Get off my gun! Get off my gun! Give me the damn gun, Bill! Give me the gun!
Bye, folks.
Bill, give me the gun!
Aspandagı kın suğu, jımın kakkan yıldızı, ayıla geçti tımsılı.
Out of time. Bye-bye.